setting up a process for proposals that will win you more clients. Now, you're probably busy working on your business. That's customer facing, making business happen, swinging a hammer, building products, providing that service. But if you're a small business owner, then afterwards at night and on the weekends, you have to work in your business. That's collecting invoices, making proposals, buying products, etc., paying your employees. Until now you have an option to learn how to make your business a little bit more efficient from the back end. We provide a service, but we also want to teach you how to be more efficient ahead of time. So if you decide to work with us, you'll be on your way to being able to scale your business out a little bit faster and more efficiently. And since you're watching this, you probably came upon this through YouTube or doing a Google search, finding out how to make a proposal that will win more clients. And you can download a template online. There's free templates everywhere, but they're missing a couple different points that will help you stand out and close more clients. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm Vito Scarnecchia, Chief Operations Officer with Jet Office 360, your complete back office solution, where we take you away from working in your business on weekends and evenings so you can be with your family and you can work on your business. Today we're talking about how to create an efficient and effective proposal that will consistently win over clients. So like everything, you should have a system to do every little step. And when it comes to proposals, there's got to be a system to do it and make it efficient and easy for you to do it. Now, you might be using QuickBooks, and that's great because QuickBooks does it great. And you can use your little phone or be in front of your computer, but that's the point. You have to be in front of your phone or in front of a computer and take the time to create that proposal. And that takes time away from being with your family and enjoying your weekends and evenings. We can show you how to do it very quickly and efficiently on a simple Word doc, or you can have us do it as well. Now, I don't know if you've heard this old adage before, but it really rings home as to why we created this business, why we created Jet Office 360. If you don't have an assistant, you are an assistant. And Jet Office 360 was designed to help you with marketing, with accounting and finance, and with operations, supply chain management, customer facing, etc. Depending on how much you need us, we can help you run your entire back office. Now you have to ask yourself, did you start a business so you can be an employee and work nights and evenings, or did you start a business so you can be an owner and have people do work for you? That's up to you, and that's really why we created 360. All right, and the best way to do it is setting up a template. Now you can set up a template in Quicken or QuickBooks and send it out to your prospective client, and that's great. Scope of this video isn't how to set up a QuickBooks template. So there's other videos on how to do that. But today we're going to talk about the key ingredients into making a winning proposal. So here's the thing, these key ingredients will help you separate yourself from the rest of the pack. When you're writing a proposal, you got to keep in mind different things that other people are doing and how to do it more efficiently and effectively, and how to communicate that effectively with your prospective client to make him a client. Obviously, the first thing is having a logo and your contact information, your phone, your email, and your license information if you have or need to have that. Don't go to Staples and pick up a carbon copy proposal book. Those will work, they're fine, but they're a run of the mill, and that really doesn't help you stand out. So the second thing is contact information for your prospective client. Do you have your name, address, contact information like phone numbers, emails, where the work is to be performed? The next thing is scope of work. So just like a brief description of what that work is. Like, I'm going to build a fence for you. I'm going to take down the old fence and put up a new fence. And how many feet it is and how much you charge per hour or per foot or however it is you set it up. And the next part is the actual proposal itself. And what you're going to do is you're going to line item every little step that you're going to do. And there's a few reasons why you want to do this. One, you're communicating with the prospect. You're telling them, these are the steps that I'm going to take. So it actually gives value to everything you do. You don't just say, I'm going to put out 540 feet of fence and it's going to cost you, $40 or $50 a foot. You need to explain step by step what's going to happen and how you're going to do it. Like, we're going to take down the fence. We're going to dig holes. We're going to put the post into the hole and put 2 bags of cement in each hole. And we're going to use 4x6 posts instead of 4x4 posts. And the reason why we want to do that is because your fence will last a lot longer. It's going to be a little bit more expensive, but you're going to get a lot more time and use out of that fence. Those little things go a long way to communicating with your prospective client what you're doing to add value to why you're charging so much. The second thing, the reason why you want to do this is because you want to create a bill of materials or a list of materials that you have to buy from the store, whether it's Economy Lumber, Home Depot, wherever you're going to do it. You know specifically what you're going to do or what you're going to need to buy and have in your hands before you start that job, whether it's building a bathroom, creating a key fob, putting together a wedding plan for an upcoming wedding. Doesn't matter whatever it is, but it gets you in your mind to know what supplies you're going to need ahead of time so that you won't make a mistake and have to go to the store. And every time you have to go to the store because you forgot something, that takes hours, 1 or 2 hours out of your time of productivity of being able to complete that task. Enough of me nagging. Telling you these steps right here are what's going to help you separate yourself from everybody else, and you're going to get more business this way. The next step, you're going to hate me for saying this, you're communicating with your client, your prospective client, how long it's going to take, how many days I think it's going to take to complete this bathroom remodel, or how long it's going to take me to set up for this wedding that you're putting together, or my photo op that I'm going to do, or whatever job that is you do, especially for contractors, because working with contractors is like herding cats. Because I used to do that in my business, in my real estate business, have to bring in contractors, try to get them proposals, try to get them start times, end times, guaranteed pricing, and all that other stuff. It's trying to get to that level to work with people and understand how to communicate that with your client is the best way to keep consistent business coming back to you and getting referral business. You want to be able to have that lined out so that, one, you can schedule it for yourself and roughly it's going to take me 2 or 3 days to build out this fence. And you communicate that with your client because then they set up that expectation. And then you tell them what days you're available to start. The next step is milestone payments. So if you're a contractor, you're probably going to need a 10 or 25% deposit. And then halfway into the job, you're going to want to get paid again so you can pay your people. And then at the end of the job, you're going to want to get paid. And if it's a long job, a 2 or 3 week job where you're building out a whole kitchen, you're going to want to have multiple milestone payments and set up those expectations. So let's just take that fence job. It's 540 linear feet, and it'll take you a day to take down the old fence, dig the holes, put the new fence posts in, and let it dry overnight. And the next day, you're going to build the rest of the fence, finish it up, clean up everything out, and you'll be done in 2 days. Well, you're going to ask for that 10 or 25% up front for materials. At the end of the first day, you're going to ask for the second payment. And at the end, when everything's said and done, everything's cleaned up, you're going to ask for that last payment. That way, the client knows, oh, I have to pay him 3 different checks and make sure that we get everything locked up, ready to go and started. And when at the end of the first day, I have to pay him. And at the end of the second day, when everything's cleaned up, there's no nails, there's no extra fence boards lying around, I feel like I got a good job, everything's done, I'll make that last payment. Here's the most important reason why you want to do this. Because when you set up those expectations and when you can start and when you're going to finish and you have that presented in a professional looking proposal, you're going to be able to walk away with a deposit check and a time commitment as to when you're going to start. So you can schedule out 5, 6, 10, 15 jobs over the next couple months. And that's how you're going to win more business. When you're saying that I can start on this date with this deposit, you know that you can line up your people to get that job started and done and completed in that amount of time. But also the client, who's now going to be your client because they're falling in love with the whole idea that you know what you're talking about. They're going, okay, I can set expectations that this guy's going to start on this date and he's going to end on this date. If you run into a problem, we're human, things happen. Like if you're running into a problem with your other job, you're trying to finish it, but then there's some other things that are taking longer, then you have to be able to communicate that, right? And those expectations come with the job, right? You communicate that as well. I'm working on 5 bathrooms right now, and it's going to take me about 2.5 months to get started on your bathroom. Now you're thinking, I'm never going to do this. You're an asshole for even talking to me about this. I've been doing business like this for 10, 15, 20 years. Why should I change? Well, because the industry's changing. Small businesses need to up their game to be able to communicate more effectively with their clients and provide better service and understand the needs of the client and work with them, right? And if you don't change, that's okay too, because there's big companies that fail, like Blockbuster and taxi drivers, and small businesses fail every year because they don't change, or they're not open to doing new things the way things are expected. All right, ready? Last piece. This is just a proposal. This isn't the contract. If you walk away with this signed, you locked in your date and you're walking away with your deposit check. And I wouldn't deposit that check until you're ready to actually start work, but that's completely how you run your business. Understand that there's a contract that you should provide as well, because that will set up the expectations, reiterate the scope of the job, the proposal, how things are going to handle, the timelines, and the milestone payments inside of a contract with other words that protect you. And make sure you get paid. And what happens if you don't get paid? Do yourself a favor and protect yourself. But that's another video altogether, and that'll be coming. So if you're liking what you're seeing, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell to be made aware of upcoming videos. And they'll come to your email, and you can check it out at your leisure to learn more about how to run your business more efficiently. All right, so let's recap and break it down into small bullets to make it really easy. There's your intro, your logo, who you are, your licensure, and then your client's information. And then there's a scope of the job to be done, and then the proposal, which line items every task. And then there's also timeline, and then there's also milestone payments. All right, so now you know how to write an effective proposal to win more clients, and feel free to use this as often as you want, as long as you want to do it by yourself. That's not a problem. Remember, if you don't have an assistant, you are the assistant. So, you can spend time making this proposal, or you can have somebody else do it. In the beginning of the video, I told you that I would offer you a template, and all you have to do is go down below into the content and look for proposal template, and there is going to have a link directly to a free template you can use with all this stuff set up for you already. All right, so now the pitch. You own a business, and you probably wear multiple hats every day and work nights and evenings just to make things work. And in fact, you don't own a business, you work for your business. You do customer facing, invoicing, accounting, pay taxes, marketing, IT, webmaster. You do everything, and it's probably driving you mad. And I know, because I used to do the same thing. I run a small real estate business, and for years I did everything myself. I did brochures and marketing and advertising and managed projects for my listings, and it took countless hours away from watching my kids grow up and being with my family. So I knew there was a better way, and that's why we started Jet Office 360 to implement the efficiencies of virtual assistants all across the world to help us manage a business very efficiently. And I got together with a bunch of other small business owners and put them into this service, and now they're winning because they're not having to spend time on the evenings and weekends having to work on their business or work in their business. And it's more efficient. I tell you, it's so much less stressful to have people report to me that are contractors that do one specific job. You know, if I need a listing brochure made, I already have the template set up. I say, here's the photos, go get them done. And within a day, it comes back. And then I send them off to printing and it gets done. And I do the same thing with advertising. I do the same thing with my webmaster. I do the same thing with IT. I do the same thing with accounting. I manage people, and it's one low monthly fee that I pay to have everybody take care of my back end business. So if you're interested in learning more, feel free to watch more videos, go to our website, explore. And if you have questions, give us a call and we'll share some case studies with you to show you how we help small business owners get their life back. All right, enough inspiration. I'm Vito Scarnecchia, Chief Operating Officer with Jet Office 360. Hope you found this informative and helpful. We'll see you on the next one.